Are you ready to embark on a journey to the depths of an unknown world, to a lost civilization? Today, we're going to talk about a city filled with legends, a city whose name alone is enough to ignite the imagination of people, Atlantis. Many civilizations have searched for a lost city for centuries. That city's name is Atlantis. But this is not just a city. It's one of the greatest mysteries of history, the legend of the greatest lost civilization in human history. But was this city real? Or was it simply a product of the imagination of ancient Greek philosophers? And even more importantly, what does the disappearance of Atlantis symbolize? Today we will question the legend of Atlantis, blending history, mythology, and scientific research. If you're ready, we're diving deep. Atlantis was first introduced by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato. He described Atlantis as a rich and powerful civilization, located beyond the Pillars of Hercules in the Atlantic Ocean. However, this civilization was tragically destroyed by the wrath of the gods. According to Plato, the downfall of Atlantis began with the gods' anger. This fascinating city sank beneath the ocean. Plato placed Atlantis' destruction as far back as 9000 BC, but over time, serious doubts arose about this date and the very existence of Atlantis. For centuries, many explorers and scholars have searched for Atlantis, but where did this city go? Is it really lost beneath the ocean, or was Atlantis just a metaphor? And if it ever existed, where did it vanish to? One of the biggest questions about Atlantis is, where is this city? Over the years, scientists and historians have searched for Atlantis in the depths of oceans, distant islands, and even the poles. Some theories claim that Atlantis was located in the Mediterranean. The Santorini volcanic eruption is believed by some researchers to be the catalyst for Atlantis' downfall. Other theories suggest that Atlantis may have been in the Caribbean, the Bermuda Triangle, or even Antarctica. Another intriguing theory proposes that Atlantis was located in Antarctica, when this region was believed to have a more temperate climate. This theory is supported by ancient maps discovered in recent years. Another interesting theory suggests that Atlantis wasn't a physical city at all, but rather a metaphor or mythological narrative. According to this view, Plato may have used Atlantis to explain the idea of an ideal society. Maybe the fall of Atlantis was a warning about human greed and the destructive pursuit of power. It could have been more than a real city. It might have been a philosophical lesson. The loss of Atlantis is not only a physical disappearance, but also a myth and a lesson. According to the legend, the people of Atlantis, instead of sharing their wealth, became obsessed with increasing their power and material possessions. This angered the gods, and Atlantis sank into the ocean. Many different cultures have their own versions of lost city legends. Egypt, Mesopotamia, and even the Americas all have stories about vanished cities. However, none have affected humanity's imagination quite like Atlantis, because Atlantis wasn't just a place, it was the pinnacle of a civilization and the destruction that followed. Many scientists have spent years searching for evidence of a lost Atlantis. However, to this day, no concrete proof has been found. Is Atlantis real, or is it just a story? Perhaps finding the truth about Atlantis will be the lifelong discovery of historians and archaeologists. But if we accept that Atlantis might have been real, perhaps its disappearance was a lesson about humanity's hubris and the necessity of living in harmony with nature. Atlantis, the fall of a great civilization, might just be the warning we need. Or maybe it's simply an erased part of the past. So, what do you think? Was Atlantis real, or was it just a myth? A lost city, or a lost culture? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. and we'd love to hear your take on what the legend of Atlantis really means. If the lost city of Atlantis fascinates you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll see you in our next video, where we explore more mysteries of the past.